Hello, Reuben. It's so nice to have you on the show. How are you doing today?
Very well. Thank you, Elisha. Thank you for having me.
Beautiful, beautiful. And thank you too for being here. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you too for being here. Okay, Reuben, you see, oftentimes, okay, I love to thank my guest for two main things. And I do this always because I feel like it is very, very important. So, firstly, Reuben, I want to say thank you for investing in yourself. You see, you are on this platform right now because you invested in yourself. And oftentimes, Ruben, I love to make reference to the amazing mango tree. You see, some months back, I was on a particular road, and just by the roadside, there was this tall, unattractive mango tree. And I use the word unattractive because the mangoes got no mangoes on it, and the leaves were all dry. I just walked past it. But you see, Ruben, just recently, I was on that same road. And this time around, a lot's changed about the mango tree. You see, the mango tree caught my attention pretty good from a distance. And immediately I was feeling like I've got to get so close to this tree and see all of these things. You see, and I moved so close to it and it wowed me because now the mango tree's got a lot of mangoes on it. Beautiful green leaves and healthy branches. You see, not just mangoes, but ripe mangoes. It was a beautiful moment that day. I tell you, I was really, really excited. It was as though someone gave me a huge amount of money. I was really, really happy that very day. So excited. Now, my point is the fact that you dedicated your time, energy, and resources to becoming the amazing person that you are today. That alone has made it impossible for me to say no to you. Because reading about you, you say, yeah, I was attracted to the fruit of all that you're doing. It's a beautiful thing, and the impact that it is having, your philosophies, your insight, it is amazing. So thank you so very much for investing in yourself. And secondly, thank you for being here. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah. Thank you very much for having me.
Beautiful.
The mango tree.
Thank you. Okay, let's get started, Ruben. You see, I am quite excited to have you on the show today for some reasons. Firstly, my interest in knowledge seeking. I believe for one to transition from a terrible situation to that of a beautiful one, I believe it takes the application of knowledge. And not just knowledge, but the application of it. And you see, Ruben, ever since I discovered that light in the Hebrew means knowledge and darkness means ignorance, I've been so keen to knowledge seeking because I do not want to remain in the dark. So that's going to make our conversation today very important to me and even to the listeners. The second reason why I'm excited to have the amazing Ruben on the show is for the sake of the listeners. You see, Ruben, we live in an age where information is as abundant as grains of sand. We've got lots of information flying out there. So these folks trust me for quality, high opinion, good and powerful information. And I'm totally convinced, Ruben, that our conversation is going to be insightful and impactful. So, for that reason, let's get started with your introduction. Talk to us about your personal or professional journey. We are just so curious right now. We want to know how Ruben got here. Then, afterwards, I've gotten some beautiful questions for you. Okay, Ruben, over to you.
Thank you, Elisha. So my journey has a couple of bumps and curves in the road. But to give you a high level, I have completed the Taupo Ironman. That is a 4-kilometer swim, 180-kilometer bike ride, and a 42-kilometer run, all in one sitting. I have run 100 kilometers along the London Thames Path for Mind Charity. I have completed a master's in artificial intelligence, and I have built and sold a time tracking software as a service platform. And I have just recently built an AI health and well-being app called Macromate.
Beautiful, interesting, powerful. Okay, but I still want to hear more, okay? Can you feed us some more? Maybe some, background stuff and all. How was it like growing up?
Yeah, it was fun. I grew up with a very powerful mother and a father who was working in the arts. So he was a cinematographer and did quite a bit of travel. He has worked on a variety of different campaigns, and it's been quite a journey with them. I am a brother of 3, the eldest. I had the privilege of living with my family up until I turned 18, went to university. During my childhood, my brothers and I all played rugby. I remember very fondly us waking up at 2:00 in the morning to watch the rugby being played on the other side of the earth. So when I was in New Zealand, it was in London or France or wherever. Very vividly remember Dad making us hot chocolates and being able to get that excitement on a Saturday and Sunday morning and watching the game. It was a very enjoyable bonding moment that we had. We spent a lot of our time traveling to a place called Parkery, which is where we spent a lot of our childhood summers, swimming and surfing and just enjoying the New Zealand lifestyle. We also had a dog, his name was Max. He's a gorgeous wee border collie. I've loved him fondly, and recently, unfortunately, he passed away. But that is the fact of life. And from there, I've recently proposed to my partner, who is now my fiance. We are looking to get married in 2027, and we currently live in the UK, getting to experience all that Europe has to offer and travel as much as possible. It's been a fun journey. Mother is a very strong-willed woman, which is where I got a lot of it from. So there is this great saying that I learned
Beautiful. That's a beautiful one.
my time
Okay,
as
let's
a
get back
Muay
to
Thai and
when
as
you
a Muay Thai
mentioned
fighter.
the running aspect. Okay, so what inspired you to run the Ironman at 25?
Yeah, a couple of things. I wanted to do something
Did you
big,
get the question?
and the Ironman at 25. I wanted to achieve something great, and I wanted to prove to myself that I could do anything that I set my mind to. And one thing led to another, and 3 years later, I ended up running it in Taupo. Very difficult.
Can't imagine, man. Well, that was a great one. So how did it feel like, after you did it? What was the feeling that you were experiencing?
Yeah, pain. There is so a lot of the running and your body, when you've been doing the entire thing it took me 12 hours, so it's non-stop exercise. Your body has eaten all of the food inside you and it starts absorbing the rest of your body. All the food that you eat during that time doesn't absorb it fast enough. You go from this fight or flight adrenaline experience to stopping. And as soon as you cross that finish line, there was this beautiful woman that was very warm and welcoming, and she would give you a hug and say, "Congratulations, well done." So you've spent all of this heartache and difficulty and pain, and then you come across this finish line to a warm and loving embrace, and the sense of accomplishment plus the physical support that you get afterwards is really, it's an overwhelming experience, and it's quite it's incredible.
I love that. And that's true. We can actually achieve, obtain, accomplish anything that we set our minds to do. That's true. That's very correct. And you see, what you did now is serving as a tool or something that inspires others. Yeah, Reuben did it because he set his mind to it and he believed he could. Definitely, I can too. You see, and that's a great word. So you mentioned selling your time tracking too. So can you share the story behind building and selling it?
Yeah, so I started when I was at university doing my degree in computer science, and I was working for a labor hire company at the time, and they didn't have any type of technical or online timesheet system. It was all paper. I was thinking, surely there's some type of solution here. So in the free time that I had, I was working in the mornings from 6 till 9, university from 9 till 5, and then developing in the evenings from 5 till midnight. And I would build this thing all by myself over the next 9 months, and I put it to market. The 2 weeks later, we had a notification. I had a notification that on a Sunday morning, out of the blue, that someone signed up and they paid for a timesheet. And that was an incredible experience. The sense of accomplishment and the feeling that someone out there likes your system or likes something that you've built, brought to life, and they like it enough to pay for it is an overwhelming experience. And that was a great experience. So then over the next couple of years, I built it out further. We employed a couple of contract developers to improve it further and further, got some designers on, and just after moving here to London, we've just closed on the sale. So very happy to have gone through that entire experience and come out positive.
That's a beautiful one. And yeah, I get the feeling it's a very great and good one. So what motivated you to build an AI-driven health and well-being app, like you mentioned earlier?
So after the 100-kilometer, and I'm sure you'll know this, Elisha, but when you exercise a lot, you usually eat a lot to counterbalance it. And when you stop exercising, you usually don't stop eating. So I put on 8 kilograms, and I realized about 2 months later, after I finished the 100-kilometer, that I'd put on this weight. And I was like, wow, I need to lose this weight. And there wasn't a tool out there where you could just easily say, I ate this, tell me how many calories it is. And I'm not sure if you've used MyFitnessPal, but there are systems where you have to go in, you have to, for example, have scrambled eggs. You have to go in, find eggs, select scrambled, select bread, and then add 2 pieces of bread. It's clunky and a bad experience. And so what I did is I utilized AI and then created a voice recording system. So I could just say, hey, look, I had this for breakfast, or take a photo of my breakfast, and it would come back and say this many calories. And over the last 2 months, I've lost 6 kilos because of it.
That's amazing. And that sounds like a powerful tool. You see, maybe some folks wouldn't have added a lot of weight if they had, come across your app. That's a brilliant idea. Offering solutions like that, it's amazing. Okay, so we have just one more question to go. All right. So what is Macromate, and how does it help people achieve their health and well-being goals? Is that the name of your app?
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So Macromate is built to be your AI best friend. It is there to support you to achieve your health and well-being goals. We've taken the consideration of who you are as a whole, not just the food you eat. So your goals, your vision, your journaling, everything that you put into the app is considered as the whole person that you are. And then we use that technology and some internal AI to actually make suggestions and consider things that you wouldn't have considered before. So it could be if you have eaten too much, or if you've gone out and got McDonald's, it would actually consider not only did you go out for McDonald's, but you noted in your journal that you had a bad sleep. And then the day before you could have said, I had a really stressful day. So it would have gone, the AI is able to then understand that you had a stressful day yesterday, which then led to you having a bad sleep, which then led to you having McDonald's, and said, hey, maybe this is a correlation, and you could potentially mitigate this by changing how you acted during this point in your day. So it takes into consideration your whole being rather than just the food that you eat each day.
Amazing. That's a powerful solution, like I said earlier, and I'm so excited to hear about this. Okay, Robert. So to bring this to an end, what would you like to leave the audience with, like a final thought? And to those folks who would like to reach out to you, learn more about everything we've discussed so far, How can that be possible?
Of course, so you can reach out to us on www.macromate.co.uk, and you can also download the app by searching Macromate. We have a discount code which will be available. All you need to do is add Elisha's name, and it will give you a week free trial and 50% off for an entire year.
Wow,
The one thing I would like
that's so
to
generous.
thank you. I would very much like it to help people, so that's why I'm doing this. But
Beautiful.
the one thing I would like is that AI is not necessarily a scary tool, but it is a tool that will become useful and will help us in the future. So we need to start treating it as a tool that it is. So it's a positive impact on the world.
On the world. Got it. Beautiful. So that's going to be the end of the show, Ruben. Thank you for coming. Thank you for blessing us with these amazing stuffs. And thank you for the beautiful discount. It means a whole lot, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Elisha. Appreciate it.